It's a critical moment. Just a few months after taking the chairmanship, I would not call it a disaster, but a terror had struck the nation. What's your thought about it?
Well, it happened at the worst time possible. We were on a nice, growth momentum in terms of tourism industry trend. And this basically, took us back by probably, 10, 15 years. And it's a huge challenge where we need to, start all over again in terms of, rebuilding the nation's brand to start with. And under that to develop the tourism brand.
So, the bulk, I would say, lies on your shoulder. Because there is a lot, because Sri Lanka was of course making its mark on the world map in terms of getting the tourist into the country, making those dollars flow in. But today there's slight of a different scenario taking place. How are you going to carry this burden on your shoulders and go forward?
I am extremely confident about it all. What I want is the right thing being done by the stakeholders. If the stakeholders, relevant stakeholders who can influence the industry do the right thing, rest I will take care of. The reason why I'm saying I'm confident is that we're not the only ones who have been through such an incident. So they're all being able to bounce back. The modern traveler is immune to this kind of environments. So it's all about us being able to reinstill confidence in the minds of the potential global traveler and others being here, willing to come back again. So if we can do that effectively and successfully over the next several weeks' time, then certainly we'll be able to start rebuilding it.
Mr. Kishu, you speak with a lot of confidence, which I believe the right person is in the right place to steer a team, a broken nation, and put the nation back into pieces. I believe that confidence is a key criteria, and I think you top the agenda with all those qualities and that leadership which is needed right now. A tourist deciding to make a visit once again to Sri Lanka, what is the safety measures in place?
Okay, so now with the bit experience we had, the military has upped the game. So any new tourist coming into the country is welcomed by Tourism Promotions Bureau. We have a counter there, and then they will come out, and we are having our own people to guide them, direct them to the car park or take them to their vehicles. And then of course they're taken to the hotel by the travel agent or by taxi, whatever the arrangement they've made. And then at the hotels now, unlike those days, there are certain security functions being performed. Most hotels now have at least a metal detector, and even if they don't have anything, there'll be a thorough check being performed. So that would include opening the bag, all of that for the safety of the tourists themselves. So it's a different landscape now with the experience we have had. And then of course we issued instructions list, a checklist to all the hotels in the country, saying these are the steps that you should go through to ensure that it's a genuine traveler. So there's so much action being taken, and with that I'm sure we'll be able to ensure safety for the tourist. So in terms of cultural sites, the places they visit, they are all either physically manned by military or there is surveillance. You might not see a man standing with a gun, but it's being watched, monitored by the military. So that is why, Joel, we've not had any incident after the 21st of April.
Speaking about having confidence in your brand, the hoteliers look up to you very much, and your say has a lot to assure their sustenance, their existence in this industry, which was at its peak, I would say. So if there is a toned down message to give out to the hoteliers here in Sri Lanka to say, look here, we can do it, you at your peak will get there, What is that message?
It's to say that other countries are being able to bounce back from similar, incidents, more fierce incidents. So therefore, we too can do it. What we need to do is to understand and realize that we're not the only ones. We've been through much harder times before. So people need to, remember that and have that confidence. So what we need is having confidence in ourselves, working together, towards that common goal that we need to achieve. So in that there has to be one voice.
As we tone down things in this discussion, as a father, as a brother, as a friend, as a husband, I would say, and also, after all, the world sees you as a leader. If you are to give that message out in this situation, what is that simple message you would like to take global today?
I would say this most unfortunate situation happened, and we need to respond to it. But in responding to it, obviously, work as one team. This is Sri Lanka. We are all Sri Lankans. No matter what nationality you represent, what religion you believe in, we are all Sri Lankans. We need to think like Sri Lankans, act like Sri Lankans, and there should not be any division within the country. If we are divided, it's going to be a disaster, not just for one community, but for all communities. And that is something all of us need to very clearly understand and live by. So that would be my message to the locals. And internationally, I'm saying the tourism products that you've been enjoying over the past several years are intact. Blue whales are waiting to warmly welcome you. The dolphins are waiting to welcome you. The leopards are waiting to welcome you. And we have the most beautiful tea gardens in the world in Nuwara. They are waiting for you. They are talking to you. We have the majesty waiting to receive you, to embrace you, to offer you love and respect. So all that is there. And with that product portfolio, you made us the preferred destination for travel in 2019. And that hasn't changed. So we can still be the number one destination or the most preferred destination for travel back again. Look at us and make the right decision. And that would be the biggest message you can take to the terrorists in the world, to say we are stronger than terrorists. Thank you so much, Rising Lanka, for giving the opportunity. Let's rise together.